One of the hottest things happening on the smallmouth scene might be viewed as a retro presentation option, with anglers returning to the use of hair jigs to trigger smallmouth bass in difficult fishing situations.
There we go.
Let's see what refinements our anglers have in store.
That is a beautiful fish, Mark.
Wow, that's a good one.
And, you know, this is an experience for me because I'm back on a lake that I haven't fished in 30 years, Spirit Lake in Iowa.
Welcome home.
And, you know, the other amazing thing, well, I'll tell you what, let's put this guy back first, but the other amazing thing is having been around as long as I've been around, sometimes you see things that were originally, you know, super cool, come back and be cool again. And that's really what's happened with the hair jigs. And then we're going to talk about what you can do to up the ante just a tad with the hair jigs today, which means you can take the really cool tails like we've got, either the power bait or the gulp, and tip with those tails, add bulk, add some scent, some taste, add a little bit different vision property to the thing, and just fish as dynamite. Yeah?
That's a better one, Doug.
Ooh, nice fish. Good job.
Goodness.
Oh boy, he ate that.
He did. That's a
Little
good
hair
one.
jig. These actually, you know, a lot of guys have different preferences in the hair jigs. You know, people will go with the marabou, and some are marabou and half the bucktail, but in the springtime, I really prefer the thinly tied bucktail. You know, almost so it looks like a minnow, but it could represent a crayfish. But what I want to do, you're catching all the fish anyway. I'll take time when we release this fish to show them some of the additions that you can add to the bucktail to make it fish just a little bit better. Addition number one is simply to add some sort of split tail, and this is off of a 3-inch straight power bait power minnow. And it's just the tip snipped off and then slipped on, and it gives this, you know, just a little bit more length, a little bit more profile. It helps it glide just a little bit better. So that's option number one.
There's a variety of split tail options. You can use the power bait, you can use the gulp, you can rig them sideways, you can rig them, you know, upright. You know, it gives you lots of different options, how much shake you want out of your tail.
And there's going to be a lot more taste and scent, or basically scent, when you're using the gulp. The other split tail that I like a lot is just to take a 5-inch jerk shad and just cut the end off. And I like that because the bottom of it, you know, you can fish it. It's really got a nice base to it. And that flat underside is going to help it glide really nice. And then, of course, you've still got the split tail right there. So those split tail options are good. Then another great option is the 6-inch gulp crawler, and it's got a nice flat tail, so you trim it just, you know, a little longer, a little shorter, up to you depending on the jig size and shape, but about right like that. And it's got that nice flat tail and it gives a beautiful glide. Also a little action on that tail right there when you're swimming the jig. And you've got a lot of different color options. There we go.
There we go. That's a good fish.
Mark, I do believe that is big fish of the day.
I believe it
do
is.
say so myself.
Sorry to hear that.
And you know, when you talk colors, classic colors is anything dark, brown, black like that. You know, you throw in a shade of purple, even though I'm not sure they can actually see it. But those are the classic colors. In fact, I'll open up that little box there in a second here and show you some of the other, you know, patterns. And again, the whole point with the hair jigs, you're showing these fish something that they haven't seen for a long time, maybe never before in this day and age. So, you know, with all of the other introductions that we have, and not that those other things aren't great to fish. There you go, pretty fish, beautiful. And here's the jigs that I grew up basically fishing. These are sort of replicas or new ties of the old Caps Rockaroos. The brown colors like that, classic patterns. And so anything like that, minnow patterns can be good in some waters. And then on the gaudy side, this pattern is my all-time favorite on the Okoboji's and Spirit Lake. And I think this one is called a Jim Special. And it's almost like, I think when you go to something like this, it's a little bright, it's a little gaudy, it's got an orange tail, it's got yellow, it's got red, it's got white. And then I always fished a head without any color on it myself. But I think that's almost like going to a clown pattern. And sometimes those unusual patterns like that will actually get you the big bite. All right, let's get one more big one, and you'll have the essence of the hair jig thing down. There we go.
That seems like a good one, Doug.
That it does.
Oh, yeah.
Nice one.
That's a good one, Doug. Wow, good fish.
Nice job. Oh,
That's better.
pretty fish. Look at that, folks. Unbelievable. Just beautiful fish.